Good morning. Still morning. Oh, as of me, I'm looking fresher than usual, not because, excuse me, I've got a massive sore throat. But, I was going to go sourcing, but I don't fancy sitting on a bus coughing, spreading, clearly got germs. But I'm just going to nip out, do my post. And pick something up that I forgot yesterday. Oh, nice dreads. Morning Liam, morning RJ, morning Crispy. How are you? Yeah, because my friends had sore throats, thought like coldy things at the weekend when they were here, and I think I got it. Good morning, Milk Bills and me. So yeah, I've already done my 5. I only listed 4 bits of jewellery yesterday. I've done 5 today. I did get a couple of. I had more than that. I had a few sales yesterday. Oh yeah, I had a few sales yesterday, but somewhat I was able to. I might have shown you yesterday. I was wrapped up and went out, so I'll let you know about that. But also, yeah, I had a really interesting comment from a long-time subscriber, which it's a bit stating the bleeding obvious, which I love. But sometimes you need things laid out for you. Morning Twisted, morning Babs. RJ picked up some cool bits yesterday. Must stop spending. It's all right. It's fine if your sales are keeping up with it. That's where I struggle. I find it very hard to grow. Well, yeah, I think because you're not meant to grow fast, you are meant to grow slow. I'm not very good at that. I'm not very good at doing anything slowly. I, as we know, get bored. But also, yeah, you need a certain amount coming in, don't you? You need it to keep up. So yeah, thanks for that comment if you're watching about I'm trying to think I can't remember what the exact words were, but you can have a look from yesterday's video. But it was about, also a suggestion was to look back on my old, so distracted, old videos and see what was working previously, which is an idea in one respect. However, I don't that was mostly costume. I don't sell costume anymore. Costume did tank for me, which is why I came out with it. However, I can tell you something that would be interesting might be how much I was listing back then when everything was going well. Because I know one thing for sure is that I used to operate on about 1,000 plus listings. I think at one point I had 1,500 listings. Yeah, 1,500 listings at one point. And obviously now I'm on like 300 odd, and yet I'm expecting the same sort of sales I had when I had a bigger shop. So, morning Catherine, hope all's well with you. Any sales? Yeah. So yeah, comment was saying about trying to be a bit more consistent, because I am really, as we all know, very flighty, very change up things all the time. And I wanted to ask you, do you think consistency pays off, or do you think it paid off once and it doesn't anymore? Because I can tell you for nothing, the eBay rep that I was had the startup scale up program with said to me, well, I did a video on this, on the algorithm, like that this goes against everything that we all tell each other and learn from big groups, that it's nothing to do with consistency. She said it's to do with getting the stuff on there and having as big a shop as possible. And I was like, I don't know about that, having as big a shop as possible, because you could have, like, say, you're selling something from around the house and you So you sell that, like someone's got a personal account, they sell, and they have 3 things and they manage to sell them. That's nothing to do with a big shop, but then maybe that's just because it's stuff from around the house. It hasn't been priced at a price to make a profit, and it's been priced cheap. So maybe it's you've got to have a big shop to price higher. That would make sense. So yes, that's what she said to me. It's something to do with consistency. And then the other thing, I said, go and have a look at that video if you haven't seen it, because I chatted all about it there, about, I think it's called eBay Algorithm. It's like a couple of months back. Oh God, if I was a professional person, I could link it, but I ain't, so I've got a tea. I'm going to go and sit down at the table. I'm actually waiting on a few collections arriving. Got offered a lot from the website. Hi Neil, all right, how are you? How's your sales? Makes you wonder if anyone knows the real secret. Well, someone does, clearly. Although, yeah, I mean, maybe it's like, on The Wizard of Oz, when he's actually just sat at that big thing and no one really knows. Everyone thinks it's The Wizard of Oz, and it's just that old Gifford behind the big organ thing, behind the curtain. I'd love that if it was like that. So, because the other, I went into this on the other video, because the other thing is, obviously, if you're listing consistently, it might be that you're just listing something that's more desirable that day, rather than the fact that it's actually a consistent form of listing. And it might also be that, like when we end things and sell similarly, you've just got that initial boost, and that's helped, rather than the fact that it's actually because it's consistent. It might, so many factors at play. Twisted, I list when it's ready to be listed. Good for you. The only reason I try and list a certain amount a day when I do it is simply because it would bore me to tears to list tons in one day. I'd just get so bored. So it's like, right, we'll just pace it out, and then it's not as difficult. But yeah, if I could get it all on in one day, I'd happily would. Morning, Kirsten. Pete, good morning. Good items and good value. That's all you need. That's it. Yeah. I mean, part of the thing, isn't it, that we are often trying to get the maximum profit we can from something. And we are very aware of eBay fees, and we're making a living from it. So we're not always priced the cheapest. And then it's hard, isn't it, as well, because sometimes you think, well, I'll price this cheaper to try and get the sale, and then you see a sold, and you're like, oh, they got a lot more than me for that. You see that a lot, and it's an art, because you're also waiting for the person that also sees something in something that you saw and is willing to pay the money. I mean, that's very much it to some extent with jewellery, if you're selling a little bit on style. Morning, Leanne. Morning, Rosie. Morning, Richard. RJ, 30 days and tweak prices, picks, etc. Leave for minimum 48 hours, then sell similar. So yeah, I've started tweaking before I end it, because it's easier to edit it, and then because you can do it on the seller hub screen, can't you? Just like go through some things, then end it and sell similar. But yeah, maybe giving it a little bit of time, going in before they're due to end, a couple of days before, might be a good idea. No, I don't believe a word that eBay started. Well, see, that's the other thing. We've all been told things and then told other things, and people are like, well, that was actually at a road show, so surely that's correct. And I'm like, well, this woman was on this program, so surely that's correct. And it's, yeah, it does you in, doesn't it? They're very nice, but I get very tired of their big up motivational cocksuckery. Fair dues. Stop sponsoring the Highland and invest in the listing tools interface. And have you provided that feedback to them, Neil? Evening, beautiful people. Evening, Dawn Cherry Paul. It was this got my throat. I need a new one. Oh God, I think I might have to buy some. Does anybody rate? Sorry, this is a bit off topic, but like actual cough sweets. I remember going to school, like, because you go to school, whatever, what my kids go to school, whether they're dying or not. But I remember stopping at the shop quite a lot, going to get lockets or tunes, and then going into school. And I think doctors say that they're, that I suppose if it's got menthol in it, it might clear your nose, but there's no real difference between having a boiled sweet, is there? Because it's just coating your throat. But yeah, it was like the magic sweet, wasn't it, if you had a cold growing up? Or do other people still go and get tunes when they've got a cold and it's just me? Because I was thinking maybe I'll just get some like Werther's Originals or something, just something to, coat my throat. Shelley Joe, good morning. Yes, Jake's the black ones are brilliant. Oh yeah, because I've had something and it was very warming on the throat, so I can see why that's beneficial. But those tunes, I think they just had a bit of menthol in them, and they were just a lot of sugar, weren't they? And the lockets were good because they had that runny bit that did coat your throat. Yeah, so anyone else got any thoughts about the consistent listing? And also, are you consistently listing and your sales are actually all over the shop? Because that's the other thing. People often say, well, I'm listing consistently and my sales are like a blooming roller coaster. Because I always think, well, it's going to be, isn't it? Because the spotlight, you can't always, even if you're promoting at the same, if you're both promoting at, say, 10%, you and this other person with the identical item, and there's nothing really between you, who goes to the top? You're going to have to take it in turns, aren't you? Because there's nothing between you. So I don't think they're playing ip dip do to decide who goes to the top. I think it'll be like, right, we've got 5 people all doing 10%, all pretty much similar in our little ratios of what we can monitor them on. So we will, this is the computer speaking, so we will put them at top this morning. They'll be in the middle, they'll be in the seat, because you can't all be at the top at the same time, can you? No one seems to sing from the same sheet to eBay. No, it's really frustrating. Really frustrating. Bills and Moon Cavonia throat spray has anaesthetic in it, so it's quite good. Oh, I do remember those throat sprays. Yeah, I can't remember the one I used to have. That was a long time back as well. Do you know the reason why I'm saying all this stuff? Because I don't have a Tom anymore, and Tom is like the medicine man. So he has all this stuff, and I just have some ibuprofen, and I don't think we've even got plasters. We've got nothing. So I'm just like, you're fine, go on. Maybe I need to go and look in a chemist. Yeah, I remember that throat because it numbs, doesn't it, your throat? So that would be good. Shelley Joe, listing at least one item every day at the moment, and it makes a difference if I don't list. Yeah. Jakeman's, that's the ones. Oh, yeah, I think I need to go and get some of them. Or if not, I'll get Werther's Originals. Neil, it's all in our heads. There is no pattern secret. If stuff is cheap enough and people want it, it will sell. Yeah, exactly, which is why it will. It's just that our stuff's not cheap enough, and we want an amount of profit that maybe totally, isn't it? Yeah, totally. Because I could probably sell my entire shop this week at a loss. Yeah, 300 items. If I stock it up, I just reduce everything to a squid. It's all silver. It'll go, wouldn't it? But obviously, I'd be out of pocket quite a lot. Fix on the bottom of your feet with socks on will do the trick. What was it we used to have? Oh, Tom always had Bulbasaur oil. That is good if you're blocked up. But yeah, he was always dangling socks on the beds of the girls, and I would just I would just go in, where's that old sock? Grab it, just throw it at the sheet. Like, done. Peter, but also reviewing old items is equally important. Yeah, I mean, if stuff's gone stale, is worth looking at why it didn't sell on the first round. And it could just be that the right person didn't see it. So you could do nothing, sell similar, and the right person then happens to see it because it's on the first page. Or maybe it's never going to sell because the price isn't quite right, or yeah, there's something on there that's stopping it. Neil, I'm as guilty as anyone. Oh, sorry. I think my stuff is better than other folks. It is, Neil. Don't you worry. Your stuff is the best. And price it high. All of our stuff's the best. Twisted. I found some silver in the 99p bin yesterday. Nice. It's in the Sonic bath now at Chucky. Oh, lovely. Do you know, there's only one thing better than finding silver in the 99p bin, and that's finding it at a car boot for 50p. That's the only thing better. That's great. Yeah, when you like find something really long. I'm back. Embarrassingly. Of course it wasn't the fucking post. It's the same guy that delivers to me every day. It's more fucking whatnot orders. This is that's nice, isn't it? Nice polymailer. What I've got in there. Actually, to be fair, the postie didn't come for my parcel yesterday, and post had to come in. They didn't ring the doorbell for my parcel collection, but I would fully expect that's not my postman. He's probably had a day off, and I know they don't cover him properly. I know he would ring the bell. So big up my postman. Sorry about the bell. It's not that loud for me because I'm a bit deaf. Rust, good morning. Last auction I went to, the box before the one I was bidding on didn't sell. They added it to my lot. I got it for £2 plus 20% commission. It had a silver napkin ring in it. Oh, how do you find, do silver napkin rings sell? Because I've left a couple recently that were reduced in price in the special cabinet, and I'm like, oh God, I've just realised how thick that sounds. I could have probably just done comps, couldn't I? But I just kind of thought, don't know about that, and just left it and didn't even check because I'm a child. Yeah, do they sell for you? I'm guessing so. Yeah, I had gold out of the first auction that I got that was like loads of, had hair and everything. I had some great stuff in there, including gold. It was, and then nothing like that after that. Yeah, I'm glad we don't have to stare at that ugly brown door in Cheryl's old house when she walks away from the camera anymore. Yeah, just a white wall. Do you know what? The couple that bought our house, friend, like neighbour down the road, said they are gutting it. And I said, yeah, I knew that they were literally doing everything. I said, that's nice. The house is getting lots of money spent on it. But they said there's builders there 24/7. So I knew that they said they weren't moving in for a few months, but yeah, gutted. So probably new doors. I like the doors because, although they were a bit ugly, they were of the house, that it was like built in 79, I think. So they were of that time, and they were everywhere in the house, and that's why I like them. But I'm a bit weird. So, it wasn't a nice door one, granted, but come on in, Kaz. Oh my God, I'm addicted to buying off whatnot. It's getting ridiculous. Yeah. And watching certain people, and you're going like, I'm not going to buy. Oh, like, then you'll find yourself buying. I've decided, I've not decided, I've realised I do not need any more clothes. I don't know what's arrived in there. The girls do not need any more clothes. Yeah, but I feel like, practical things like toiletries. Oh no, they're not called toiletries, like beauty products. Sorry, beauty products. Well, we always need those, don't we? Because we can use them. 1879. You joke, Neil, Peter, but this building was built in 1876. So, yeah, which is that, what's that? Is that, oh, I'm not very good with my dates. Is that Victorian? Yeah, it's just that it's like villas. But it was converted a long time back. RJ, I think we can spend too much time watching too much YouTube. Oh, yeah, I do apologise. All go now and start listing. Instagram got on. Well, yeah, I mean, what else is there to do? And now what not getting your own work done. Time's important. Use right. Yeah, well, I have. So I apologise if you haven't already done a bit of work this morning, but I've already listed. Where's the other two gone? Oh, it's like the silver bells and cockle shells. I have already listed this lot. Here you go. Three fat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wedding-y style bands. I freaking love selling this. Well, no, people don't really want to buy it, but I love a wide silver band, so I've listed those this morning. This one's look how big that one is. It's the biggest one I think I've ever had. It's like a Y. So somebody getting married might want that. I like that. I've got a real new appreciation of silver, to be honest. When I got married, we had like white gold, and I'd never have that again because you have to keep plating it. What the freaking point's that? But you get some really nice silver now. Really nice silver. Crispy. I liked what's that? Sapel doors in your old house. Sapel. What's that? Am I saying that wrong? I know you all would appreciate like me there. Oh, bloody hell, just had a sale. Well done, Bells and Moon. Woo! What is it that Georgie does when somebody has a sale? Well, he rubs his Buddha to give people good luck, and then does he blow a little woo when somebody has a sale? I'd love to do that. Like, I need something, don't I? But not something like a bell that's going to kill you all. We need a little like party popper or something for when people have a sale during the show. I'd like that. I'll have to think about that one. RJ, my orders are packed and paid. Housekeeping done while watching. Good. Oh yeah, you can all do a bit of work whilst I'm on in the background. I'm sure most of you are. I loved the sapele doors too. Sapele. It's a horrid brown wood. Oh, interesting, isn't it? It's like a Marmite thing. Some people are yeah, some people are a no. Yeah, my friend, when she moved in, immediately changed them all to white doors. And the thing is, the bit is not of the house. A mechanical monkey every time someone has a sale. I used to have one of those little wind-up things, walk along doing that with a symbol thing. I'm labelling 3 sales today, yay. Well, something, isn't it? It's the time now. Antoinette, good morning. I'm listing jewellery while watching. Oh, lovely. What are you listing? Right, I'll just show you what sold that didn't go. Yes, I think there's just 2 more bits. I think you saw everything else. Oh, interestingly, on this topic, I'll show you the address. I listed these yesterday, which is just a pair of, I wouldn't normally pick up studs, but because I was ordering a bundle from Vinted, she had these as well. Oh, it's all those rings came from there. And actually also this is freaking beautiful, all from the same person. And I just threw these studs in as well. Listed them yesterday, not very much, but they only cost me like a £5. little domed, and they went for like 20 quid straight off, like including shipping. So not a big profit, but fine enough for me. Interesting, isn't it? And then the other thing that I sold was, what did this go for? We were fanning around. It's this lovely chunky ring, like a clear, I don't know what that stone is in there. Love a low ring. We were fanning around, well, not too much actually, but I think she offered and I offered and we agreed. Let's have a look on a price, which was, and I've got free shipping on at the moment. Oh, come on. We agreed on £26 free ship. And it's been on since last month. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, that's I think I had about 4 sales yesterday, but 2 have already gone. And that's all right, to be honest. 4 a day would be lovely. I've just listed 5, so almost. I did 4 yesterday, so almost nirvana. Kaz got to shoot off, but we'll catch up later. Have a good day. Bye-bye. Don't die. Thank you. Yeah, have a good day. Lovely dome earrings. I love silver. Yeah, really got into it. Stunning stuff you can get. Mind you, I really like the gold as well, so I don't. Yeah. Yeah, they're nice, aren't they? And I wouldn't normally pick up studs, and yet I sold some domed, those Art Nouveau style ones the other week as well. So I don't know if it's the domed element that's coming in. I know I'm selling a lot of this kind of statement stone at the moment, a lot. I know power jewellery's in this year, so there's probably not much hope for my wedding band style rings, but ho-hum, people weren't buying the big ones before, now they are. Crispy, I sold some boots on Vinted this morning, up for 20. They offered 12. I paid 2. Did you take 12? I will. Yeah, if I've got to turn out something, I'll just take it. Yeah, right. Let's just wrap it up because my throat hurts, and I'm going to go out, post this stuff. I've got to go back as part of my Twittishness. I was just sort of half-assedly looking through the clothes yesterday, and there was a waistcoat, and I meant to look it up, the brand, and I was like, oh, it's not Patagonia. What's that? I don't know it. And then I went outside, but in the meantime, I'd found something else I wanted to look up and then forgot about the waistcoat. And then I saw somebody talking about it or having sold something on Insta. Paramore? And I think it was Paramore because I'm thinking, oh, that's not Patagonia. What is it? Because I saw the P. What is it? I forgot. So I'm going to go and see if that's still there because I think that's an all right, I don't know Paramore, but I think that's an all right brand. Yes, took it. Yeah, I would. The amount of times I've not taken something and then I never get that offer again. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me. Do comment afterwards if you're watching this. And yeah, if you were the person that made me think, you're probably going, oh no, I wish I hadn't commented now. I've just done a whole video of blooming thoughts on that. But thanks, I appreciated that. Yeah, have a good day, everyone. Bye-bye, don't die.